So, you may just have bought Lethal Company and you have no idea how to play it. In this guide, I'm going to give you a really quick overview of how the game works. Okay, so the goal of the game is to land on different moons, loot items on those moons, then fly back to your company headquarters and sell the items. Okay, so in the beginning of the game, you are in your spaceship and you're in orbit around the moon. So to start the game, you press this lever. Okay, now the game generates a location and the ship is about to land. Now, really cool thing in this game is you have this monitor on which you can observe different players. So if you're playing with other people, you can switch to player here. You can see the move around over here. You see myself moving here. Okay, so the first thing I want to do is I want to buy 2 items. Let's go access terminal. I can type in help. And we go to store. And if you know the commands, you can directly type them in. You don't have to go to the menu for that. So I want to get a walkie-talkie and a flashlight. And you don't have to type out the whole thing. So you can just type in walkie 1, enter, type in confirm. But you can also just type in conf. And now I'm going to type in flash 1 for a flashlight and conf. Now those 2 items will appear outside of the ship in a moment. And you will hear music guiding you towards the location. Okay, open it, and you find the items on the ground. You got the radio, and the flashlight. Now to actually find loot in this map, you have to right-click, and the game shows you a point of interest, which is the main entrance over here. So let's go there. Also, you have a limited amount of time to each day to do that. And when it's late afternoon in this game, currently it shows 9:42 a.m. When it's really late in the afternoon, the game will give you a warning, and after that warning, a short time later, you have to get to the ship or you will be left behind. Okay, now let's enter. Now the goal in these locations is to find lootable items and bring them back to your ship. Okay, so I'm going to go through some basics. So if you left-click or mouse wheel, you can select different items. So you can turn on the flashlight by left-click and left-click turn it off. You can also drop it, pick it up again. And if you leave it on, you switch your weapon, then it will remain attached to your body and it will remain on. However, it will still drain battery. This is great if you have to carry things, but you still want to see stuff. So let's turn it off. Now let's switch to the radio. Now when you play with other players, to hear them talk to you, you have to switch on the radio. And you don't have to actually have to have it equipped. You will hear them just by having it on, which will drain battery. However, if you want to talk over the radio, you have to hold left mouse, wait, and then talk into it, hold left mouse, and then let go after you're done with talking. If you just want to talk to players locally without the radio, then it depends on your game settings. If you got voice activation on, which I got over here, then you just have to talk without pressing anything. You can also change it to push to talk. Okay, let's find some items to loot. If you get a player on the radar on the ship, he can guide you because he can see loot items in your vicinity. See a large axle over here. Going to grab it and let's carry that back to the ship. There's currently no navigation systems for you, so you have to orient yourself or stay close to your friends or have a friend on the radio telling you where to go. Okay, now we're back at the ship. Now let's assume we want to leave the planet and sell this item. So all I have to do is press G to drop it. So anything in your ship is coming with you. Okay, let's close the door. And now we press the start ship lever to take off. Now the first day is going to end and I have 3 days to fill the profit quota. I have to wait a moment. And the game will give you a grading for the current day. Okay, now since we're in orbit around the moon, we can actually select a different location to travel to with the ship. So we go access terminal again, type in moons, and select different moons. And the company building is where you sell your stuff. So we type in company, conf, and now the game is flying us to the moon, or to the company moon. Now we're there, and now let's land the ship. Okay, now we take the item. Type sell item. Now we have to ring the bell and wait for somebody to get the item.
Your honest work is invaluable to the company.
Okay, the value was 55, and I got total of 29. You can see the profit quota is 29 out of 130. And we got some money for our stuff to buy items.